fantastic. I could not be happier.
And you did the copy. In other words,
I did
the copy.
The couplets, yeah.
What is it called?
I did them all in couplets, so they're all very easy to read, rhyming couplets.
Rhyming couplets.
Yeah.
How are the sales going? I mean,
Well,
now you're an independent you're publishing.
Right, so it's going to publishing
Talk
now.
about that now.
Yeah, and it's not easy, of course, but it's definitely the way that I wanted to be able to keep creative control and keep the rights to the book as of right now. Who knows if that's to change in the future. The publishing is now it's going to print. So when I went to Kickstarter is when people were actually pre-buying the book in order to help fund the book. So I have over 300 backers, so over 300 people that have already purchased the book. And we just went live on sensationalbooks.com selling the book on pre-order
Sensational.
as well.
Okay, give that sensational.
Sensational Books.
Sensational Books. Oh, that's right. You get that right.
That's where you can purchase the book.
Yeah. Is it going to be in Barnes and Nobles? I mean, have you?
We're hoping the distributors will be open to getting it to larger stores like that. It'll be in a lot of very independent stores. It'll be in a lot of, hopefully be in a lot of airports, hotel gift shops, New York gift shops, available always online.
Right. Now, my daughter's written a book, and she's looking to publish, but it's a bit of a different tone to it. Of course, it's so uniquely done. And she's really railing against the Kindle technology. And Kindle technology doesn't work.
It doesn't work with my book. In order to do like an ebook or something like that, I would have to do something that kind of includes you being able to go through the cities. Of course, you wouldn't smell them, but you would know all the different smells in the area. You would know when you go to Chinatown, all the different places you could go in Chinatown, and kind of keep more of a concierge aspect to it, perhaps. We're still kind of playing around with that idea and playing around with like the iPhone app of it, and those kinds of things that don't offer you the ability to smell.
It just occurs to me that it can be done. You have the Kindle and an accompanying card.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Where you're okay. This is, and it's a matter of coordinating the Kindle with the card, and you're just scratching.
Yeah,
the
just
card.
like that new movie that just came out, that Spy Kids Aroma
4D.
Theater.
The 4D, it's in 4D.
Right, which is, it's again, that's a throwback. I mean, that used to be in theaters years and years and years ago, where you would actually go in, you'd have a card, and you would. You'd match the numbers to where they were in the movie, and you'd be able to scratch and smell where they were.
So that's how that works. I was wondering how are they going to do something like that? Smell it.
It's not wafts of smell shooting out from underneath the vents.
So there's a card. So you can do the same thing. You have the card.
Yeah, absolutely. Corresponding cards.
Yeah, corresponding card.
Yeah.
Because Kindle is where it's at today. But my daughter, again, she's a great reader, so she prefers the book rather than have this electronic.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be a fight for it. It's just like technology is changing, and some people just don't want to move, to the portable phone, move from that. So it's just you just have to move with the crowd, really, and just kind of embrace it.
So that's the card with the sniff is a good idea. Only I didn't come up with it first.
Right. Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. Let's take one more really quick break, and then we'll, again, audiobookradio.net. This is not a break for you, but it is for WVNJ. We'll be right back. You're listening to New York City Visions and Aromas today. We're for about 26 hours as we speak right now since the great quake of 2011 here in New York City. And Washington shook too, by the way.
I know. They got it way worse than we did.
Excuse me, the president's on vacation, Martha's Vineyard shook.
Oh, wow. There's a lot of aftershocks.
Is quite a bit. Okay, let's take that break and we'll be right back. Again, did I say that our guest is Amy Jones? Concierge, is it concierge slash author or author slash concierge? What do you prefer?
I'm so thrilled with both titles, so you can put them any way you like.
So that's okay. Let's take that. It's interchangeable. Okay, let's take the break and we'll be right back. We're back, and I'm just looking. I'm just looking at a pizzeria, Subway. All of a sudden, I'm going to find myself you may have people smelling now from now, sniffing everything. You could be starting. You could be
People
starting
to really use their senses.
you could be helping people heighten their sense of smell as these children read the book and smell. They may become more sensitive to scents. Could it be?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like children that grow in kind of like suburbia and those kinds of, kind of areas where they're not in a busy city. It'll be a treat for them to be able to see all the smells that you can just encounter walking down in one city block.
Okay. What would you like to say? Let's you take it further. Let's go with what you want to talk about. What would I
like to say? Well, first of all, I definitely want to thank everyone that supported me on Kickstarter and anyone that supports me from this point forward. It's been such a treat to be able to bring this to people. I highly recommend, just if you ever have an idea, to just really go with it, regardless of what people think or what people say that it's a silly idea or that it's been done before, those kinds of things, and just really, really follow your dreams. I mean, I'm like sitting here because I'm just grateful that I listened to this small little voice that was like, let's just do something fun and creative. And I think that that's true what you said earlier. A lot of people have an idea and they just sit on it or don't think that it's worth any time or energy, but you owe it to yourself, to just do it.
But again, you just stepped in this. And
you're having a good time. Everyone should go out and step in horse manure and get themselves a little luck to get their dream off the ground.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, one more time. I just want so folks that are getting an education how to get put together. You're a self-publisher. Mm-hmm. You went through Kickstarter. You got the Kickstarter.
Yep, Kickstarter.com.
Kickstarter. Okay, and of course KICKSTARTR.com. Okay, so you got the money. You raised the money.
Yeah.
I know you're on Facebook and Twitter and all that.
I mean, luckily I'm in a time where there's so many wonderful social networks where I can really reach out to people in a manner that I wouldn't be able to do before now. So Facebook was a great engine for me to be able to get the word out about my book and reach out to people that I haven't spoken to in years to let them know and update them on my project. So I would definitely use those social medias for anyone that's interested in pursuing a project. I would definitely use those outlets to your advantage.
So now, one more time, you're at this point now. As we're sitting here today, again, August 25th, 2024.
Yep.
Oh, here I go losing a day. 24th, 2011. You basically raised the money how long ago at this point? Only a couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's just over a full week.
And the 30 days was up when?
August 17th.
Because I know I kept on getting on the Facebook the 3 days to go.
I know. Oh my gosh, so nerve-wracking.
So now, when the money was there and you were set, you sat back. What was your first? Was it a little daunting at that point?
Well,
okay,
I was
actually got it.
Let me just say that the Kickstarter only works that if you put a goal up there for you to get your project funded, and if you don't meet your goal, all the money goes back to everybody. It's Kickstarter's way of helping you not sink your money into unsuccessful projects. So if I had only come up with $19,000 and not made my $20,000 goal, all the money would have gone back to everybody. And I can't, they don't let me back my own project. So I wouldn't be able to be like, oh, only $1,000, I'll put in my own money. It doesn't let me put in my own money. So that's what's so great about Kickstarter.
That's unusual. Why is that?
Well, because they know if I'm saying that I need $20,000 and I'm only making $19,000, then I'm basically saying, wow, I have $19,000. Too bad. I needed $20,000 to do my. So here I am sitting with $19,000, but still not enough to fund my project. And all these people who believed in me to fund my project have just lost their money, basically. So it's basically their way of just protecting you.
And then the money goes back to the backers. They have a list of the backers. And
Absolutely. Yeah.
And what happens to the books that you had been already given the books? In other words, once it's done, when do the books go out?
Well, I'm hoping that everything will be completed as far as printing by sometime in November. That's what I'm hoping. And then I will have a list of all the backers. I'll have their addresses, where to send them to. I have a list of at what pledge point, like did they just pledge enough for a postcard handwritten by me, or did they pledge enough for 10 books, so I know that they're getting 10 books. So it is very organized as far as knowing who gets what based on their pledge amount.
And Kickstarter, once you've got the 20,000 it's in, they have done their job.
They have. They do get about 8% total of your,
which is fair.
Which is totally fair. But it's just, I really recommend it. I think it's it's great. Like, even though you have a lot of friends and family that donate, it's just a nice place for them to go and see, wow, you're really serious about this project, as opposed to going over to meet them for coffee on Sunday and saying, hey, can you write me a check? You know, like, it's just, wow, she's really doing it. This is the website about it. These are proofs of the illustrations.
And what if you exceed the amount? I mean, or at 20,000, do they shut down and
No, they don't. You can exceed the amount. There's no limit on the amount above your goal.
Did you exceed it?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
By a nice...
No, I made about 23, which was, still, it's so much in such a short period of time. I mean, I was up for 30 days. It's a lot of money to raise. But I definitely don't intend to change careers and go into fundraising at all.
So you did about 800 a day. You
yeah.
About 8
yeah.
change a day. Okay, so now you're about to, and this book could be successful.
Yeah, I hope so.
This
knock on wood.
Could successful.
Let's step in manure on the way out.
Yeah, knock on mahogany, whatever that wood is. What does it smell like?
Right.
So this is the next step, and this is a very exciting.
Yeah,
step.
I'm very, very excited.
Wow, you're okay. Anything else to close it? Let's go back to anything you want to talk about.
What do I want to talk about? I hope that everyone, this is broadcasting, I guess, in the UK, so I hope that everyone comes and visits New York and loves New York as much as I do. I hope that you really give your concierge the ability to show you around the city and love the city, and that you purchase the books so you can get an idea of what you're going to smell when you get here.
Again, we are sitting in, and I'm going to give him a little plug over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Robert Emmett's Bar and Restaurant. We're at 44th, right off 8th Avenue, right next to Jones Pizzeria. The place is Jim, and it's a matinee day here, and the city is functioning and everything. The subways were packed. And I keep on, I do recall when I felt that earthquake back in the 80s, for the next couple of weeks, I kept on thinking, when is it going to happen again? Because it happened so without notice.
Yeah.
Then when are we going to shake again?
Yeah.
Because there are aftershocks over there. So there's always that, but I don't, maybe I do have tremor everywhere. Maybe I won't. I'm kind of holding just a little bump. I'd let that just.
Right. Want to be shaken up.
Yeah, I'm sure there are going to be T-shirts. I'll bet you within a week I survived the earthquake.
Yeah, it's so funny because so many people didn't feel it. There was actually a really funny posting of one lawn chair that had fallen over, and it says, "I survived the earthquake." And it's just like one plastic chair that's fallen over on the lawn.
The city is great because it just comes on back and it comes on back, and you knock it down and it comes back.
Absolutely. Have to.
Amber Jones.
Yes.
New York.
Phew York.
Phew York. So it's a P-H-E-W, Phew York.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so hard to say.
New York, Phew York.
New York, Phew York. And I do remember an email you sent me. You said, I thank you very much.
Yep, thank you very much.
Thank is because you use that a lot in your...
I have to use it on people like they'll get it, as opposed to being like, how rude.
Yeah, I thank you back.
Right.
I said, I don't know if I want to be doing this kind of thing. This seems like such an insult.
Right.
Thank you very much. I don't know if I want to do that kind of thing, but I did it anyway. And we finally got together to do this thing, and I'm wishing you all kinds of luck.
Thank you so much.
And you're welcome.
This interview's been magnificent.
And I'll tell you, from a personal point of view, I'm going to pass the Kickstarter information on to my kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, she's not a goat. I want to pass it on to my daughter, see what she wants to do. This seems the way to go. It's very tough getting into a publisher.
Yeah, it hasn't been an easy process, but I do feel, it's definitely very difficult to get into a publisher. But this gives you an opportunity. There's so many wonderful self-publishing companies out there now that, cater to people that can't go the traditional way.
Yeah. I've got my timer on.
Yeah.
So there we go. Yeah, so because I was in the record business, and you walked up there to the tape and the music business. If they don't like what they hear in the first 2 seconds, you're dead.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, definitely.
It really should be left up to the people, and this is what it's done.
Yeah.
My timer says we have to go.
Okay.
Again, thank you very much.
Yes,
Amber.
thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You've been listening to New York City Visions. I'm your host and fellow New Yorker for the past 52 minutes. thanks for tuning in. We have to go. You hear that? We're running late. Again, thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye. Right, now my daughter's written a book and she's looking to publish, but it's a bit of a different tone to it. Of course, it's so unique what you've done. And she's really railing against the Kindle technology. And Kindle technology doesn't work.
It doesn't work with my book. In order to do like an ebook or something like that, I would have to do. It's definitely the way that I wanted to be able to keep creative control and keep the rights to the book as of right now. Who knows if that's to change in the future. The publishing is now it's going to print. So when I went to Kickstarter is when people were actually pre-buying the book in order to help fund the book. So I have over 300 backers. So over 300 people that have already purchased the book. We just went live on sensationalbooks.com selling the book on pre-order
Sensational.
as well. Something that kind of includes you being able to go through the cities. Of course, you wouldn't smell them, but you would know all the different smells in the area. You would know when you go to Chinatown all the different places you could go in Chinatown and kind of keep more of a concierge aspect to it, perhaps. We're still kind of playing around with that idea and playing around with like the iPhone app of it and those kinds of things that don't offer you the ability to smell.
It just occurs to me that it can be done. You have the Kindle and an accompanying.
Just fantastic. I could not be happier.
And you did the copy.
Yes, I did the couplets, yeah.
What is it called?
I did them all in couplets, so they're all very easy to read, rhyming couplets.
Rhyming couplets?
Yeah.
How are the sales going? I mean,
Well,
now you're an independent publisher. You publish an independent.
Right, so it's going to publishing now. Yeah, and it's not easy, of course, but
Okay, give that sensational.
Sensational books.
Sensational books. Oh, that's right. You get that right.
That's where you can purchase the book.
Yeah, is it going to be in Barnes and Nobles? I mean, have you?
We're hoping the distributors will be open to getting it to larger stores like that. It'll be in a lot of very independent stores. It'll be in a lot of, hopefully be in a lot of airports, hotel gift shops, New York gift shops, available always online.